lit up? You were there. You were here all along. Why am I so happy? I'm not even gonna remember who she is. Let's go though. Welcome back, Maya. Yo, YouTube, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with another part in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. This time we are on the second episode of Justice for All. So last time, in case you don't remember, we did start off the tutorial level, you know, the first turnabout, or this one's called the Lost Turnabout because I lost my memories for whatever reason. Honestly, can't tell you. Plot convenience, Capcom knows what they're doing, so I'm just gonna leave it up to them. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump back into the chapter, shall we? September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Okay, so I did tell Bird about it. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry. I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Where I gotta work on I gotta read the sentence in my head first so I know how to say it. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. Are you really threatening to assault me in the court of law, ma'am? The officers are right there. NPCs, they're not gonna do a damn thing. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course! I'd be honored to! Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. What? Is this a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. How in deep are you right now? Do I really have a dedicated fan base right now? I guess so. I mean, the way I was solving cases left and right in that last game, I better have a whole legion of people ready to just start, you know, lining up for autographs. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. Okay. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? That's something. Why aren't you, like, pipe up? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. I know nothing about that conversation. You're gonna have to go over it with me again. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. Let's get some information. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Hold on a minute. Don't they have that same ringtone? That was my ringtone while I was sitting in the office before the case even started. All of a sudden, the phone began to sing. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Okay, so off rip, the guy who hit me was probably the guy who killed him. And is trying to pin it on Bird. And what I'm assuming is that when Phoenix was asleep, the ringtone he heard was the guy's. But wait a minute. The incident that occurred happened before he would have had his phone back. No, he got the phone back, then came to my office and killed me after he already murdered the guy. So it all lines up. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dawson and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. Oh, they never showed up? So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Okay, so I did have the phone on me. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? Okay, so they found the phone and they were giving it to me. So something in that phone might have some evidence as to why he would have killed the officer. Because they clearly wanted it back. But I don't think I have it in my pocket anymore, do I? Is that my phone in my pocket? You mean this? You think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... you were there. You were here all along. Why am I so happy? I'm not even gonna remember who she is. Let's go though. Welcome back, Maya. I have so much to tell you about. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone already left. Now, who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Thanks. What the heck is this, a list? It has to be about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kinda tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court record. Okay, we were knee deep in an investigation already. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? You don't remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Still hitting me with these strays, huh? Left and right? That's crazy work. I really want to know what happened. When did she even come back? Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Bro. Wish me luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. It's kind of a weird way to put her back in the game with me being amnesified, but hey, bro, I'm with it. That's cool. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked if the court might be a little lenient on... There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry the fuck up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Low-key, that was kind of bars. If I had a beat set to that. Please state your name for the court, witness. Oh, before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student, but to give a little settle that everything in my life is to be the utmost highest taught, I am merely looking for the perfect top-notch, unbeatable university. I have a yep. Oh, bro, he like old bag a little bit. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him? Who is this guy? This dude's straight out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, brother. You can't fool me. Fashion, cars, woman, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't even wearing any glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. And more like, oh, brother, this guy stinks. Like, why are you talking like you have an air of high-horsedness? I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. What do you think you are, Fast and the Furious? In drifting? What do we call... What is drifting? If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means, but I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy, out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, wait, hold on, I skipped that part, damn it. Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk in the park. See, you said it again! Taking a walk! Can we get on with the trial, please? What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Get on with it, please. Press this dude. I'm so sick of him. This miscolored blonde, like, freaking, what do you even call this? A waft? A bang? Like, what is that? I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time and all that well, but I do remember it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes, and I fell to my knees. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. He was holding a banana? Huh? That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah? That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It is strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client! You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying, bro. I'm getting lightheaded. I gotta stop, bro. I forgot how freaking... This is why I don't go over the top every episode, bro. I'm getting lightheaded. Take a deep breath. That guy is lying. I gotta speak normally here. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth. No matter how well you craft your lies. What I saw that day. This is a skill. I can't imagine voice actors do this for a living every day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but wait, what am I doing, bro? Press him. Dang, I'm rustier than I thought. Press. Hold it! So you're at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you. Then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No-name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please! Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little bitch. I'm not giving him snot, that's too light. He gets off with a heavy bitch. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do remember it was past 6 p.m. Past 6 p.m., okay? How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so there was a clock in the square, Phoenix, in that picture if you were paying attention. Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from a dumbass like you. His arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Press harder on him. Pause. Answer the damn question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who only slams on desks and point at people for fun. Hey, bro. You got a point. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton, idiot, dumbass, baboon like you can understand. Bro, he's one insult away from, like, it being a little, like, you know, crazy. I'm waiting for him to slip a monkey in there somewhere, but we'll see. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is, monkey? It's a thing that the monkey is so crazy. Bro, he's the type. You know I gotta interject, like, their personalities into my own script reading sometimes. Like, it's what a good actor does. It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole thing is total. Oh, here he goes. I can't read Yap. I can't speak Japanese, bro. Okay. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That's shoddy, do-it-yourself. Japanese, here we go. Yup, let it all out. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, did you even ever fill out an official application? Do you have an occupation? How do you file your taxes? Wait, you're 16. Child labor? Yeah, bro. Amazing, sir. I got a lot to think about. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. I mean, I kind of feel like I already know what he has to say here. It's nothing really significant, but... Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing. Hey, bro. You're one animal specification away, and I'm gonna have your ass canceled, Twittered, or X'd, whatever that. Ooh, yo, low-key, that's even better than canceled. X'd, as in X, formerly known as Twitter. I'll have your ass X'd, bro. X'd. Out of here. Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you monkey. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? Objection! That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. And I would like to request that you stop sounding like a fucking shrimp every time you object to something. How am I supposed to take any objection seriously when you sound like our prepubescent boy? Bro, you sound like you spray yourself down with some Old Spice and Axe cologne anytime you hear that a woman's about to be at the function. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was only that of the pretty defendant there. All right, let me hear it. So you're sure you were not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. Damn! That was a heavy stray. That was a haymaker. Why would you call a famous brand name product while you were only a cheap imitation? There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course. Oh, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The only other thing I saw was the bandana that fell with the police officer. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what? Which means if we can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Okay, I have to go back and press that. Only thing I saw was the bandana that fell with the... Okay. The banana. Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Just like this whole court case. A bunch of bananas. Okay, so when he's out here, like, you know, it's not funny to y'all? Yo, it's only funny when Beef Wellington does it, bro. Man, f*** out of here. It was actually more than just one. Like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? Why don't you tell me, monkey? That is your primary source of food and sustenance. That's what I feel like you would say, bro. I feel like we're at this point now where I wouldn't even be surprised if that was his next thought. And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was saying one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means, if we can get him somehow show he's lying, yeah, That's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind. Okay, we know. Okay. What in the court record would help us understand? What did I say in the first episode? Boom. First thought that came into my mind. The damn baseball gloves. Go back. Boom. Okay, an inaccuracy. Let's go ahead and present these bunches of bananas. Just like your testimony. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. So you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? Never mind. I know why. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... No! I selected the wrong thing. I selected the wrong thing by accident. Yeah, bro, I'm with you. Yeah, we know, bro. Stop. Think it over one more time and try again, Mr. Wright. The witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What are you... Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept... Yap. Yap sesh. Yap sesh. Get it over with. Yap sesh. Yup. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? Well, that's because I lost them recently. You see, of course, I was planning on getting a new pair right away. But, you know, my glasses, they were broken. Your testimony's falling apart, sir. And I'm here to pick up the pieces. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so we're to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You're an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. What does that even have to do with... Okay. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is as they hear the judge go, giving him multiple chances. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next, and the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have been a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, huh? Interesting. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. You may now question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Or you may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. All right, let's look at what happened next. Yay, it's cross-examination time. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. Oh, hold on, we're pressing. I keep doing this. I keep forgetting. Amnesia really hitting deep. She ran away? Just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew to the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Okay. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for just a sec. Okay. That's right, I do have a list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone. Okay, let's see this real quick. Oh, we can't look at it because it's not, I don't know what, so this game doesn't have it doesn't have like the 3D thing where you can like evaluate something with it. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. I'm pressing everything first. How do you know what time it was? The detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school? Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you're just some lousy kiddo. I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in this testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, so we have broken glasses, we have time of death. Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. Let's take a look at profiles. A self-proclaimed drifting virtuoso who is still looking for the right college. Maya. Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this case. Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. The victim. And a policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant, Maggie Bride. Only thing I recall is that she's a policewoman. I mean, the only thing weird about this is that they're both the police, but like it's not really too weird considering that even if you see a police person, a policeman or policewoman commit a crime, you still gotta report it. Something's weird. I gotta keep pressing. She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She fled the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Yeah, we still know about that. Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away with the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? When it's already answered that question, you say the defendant's culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking a question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. Okay. Okay, time of death was at 6:28 p.m. So this is definitely it. 6:28 p.m. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it for sure. Go back to evidence. Present this. This is weird. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. Object to that. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone, Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that the first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses by that rationale? Yep. Enough! Oh man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this cell phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this one coming. What should I do now? Question further. Okay, let's get to the bottom of it. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? I gotta lay off with the voices. My head is starting to hurt. Huh. What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I have you know. See? Here it is. Oh. I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that maybe this was his. I'm gonna keep it a bug with y'all, bro. I almost passed out. I drank a cup of coffee before this. And trying to speak louder than I normally do and yell almost has me passing out, bro. I gotta chill out if y'all want to ever see me continue this series. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. But the phone booth was right there. That's the weird part that I'm not understanding. Well, that's the gist of it, or the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. There's a phone booth right in the photograph. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for a witness to search for a phone. How dare you? Oh god, here we go. You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for it. Small important badge. Oh, this one. This one. Yeah, it's that. It's this picture right here. Present. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh, bro, we're seeing this. This is such an open and shut case. This is easy work. Order. What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? No, I have no idea. I'm afraid it's too early to say anything for sure at this time. I see. Mr. Payne, will we be hearing further testimony from the prosecution? No, Your Honor. That is all. Oh, crud. This witness has said that he saw the defendant commit the crime at the crime scene. While it is true that the witness was not wearing his glasses at the time, the court feels that since he was near the culprit, the positive identification is possible. Which means the guilt of the defendant, Maggie Bird, has been sufficiently substantiated. What? Nick, you have to do something before it's too late. Yeah, here we go. Wait. As to the actions of Mr. Wellington during the 15-minute gap, the defense would like to propose an explanation. I thought the defense had just finished proving that his point couldn't be explained. That this couldn't be explained. No, there is one possibility. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Right away. I would think that it's the writing. It's the writing of the name in the sand. Perhaps it's the evidence you need to be convinced. Perhaps. Okay, well, there goes one health bar. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and save here. Yeah, let's just make sure that we have ourselves covered. The glasses? Okay. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are, in fact, yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make the call. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Got him. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting watching you work again. It's so cool having Maya back, bro. That's all I hope for in this game. Somehow, my old self was coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. And he's on the chopping block. Was that bad commentary? A bad addition to the commentary? Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accused the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This is third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you were not the murderer. His final testimony? Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this is not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground? But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? A list of con artists and their phone numbers. The cell phone. Miss Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? Then you realized you had lost it. Then when you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she's also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. And that's the ringing. And I wonder if that's going to bring my memory back. We'll see. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Hey. And because he heard it and didn't see it spelled, that's why he spelled it differently. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Oh yeah, bro, you're cooked. He's cooked. Order. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. Oh, here we go. I have to prove myself again. Ain't nothing new, though. We've been doing this. Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. Let's see, a motive. List of con artists and names. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this, a list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. The list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? Well, this is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is far worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. Yep, city. Yep, city chick. Yep, city chick. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into those phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No! This is too much. Oh yeah, bro. Get him out of here. Cleared his ass and I ain't even got my full memory. That does make a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, care to explain? I got you now. That police officer? Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. I don't think so. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the good content of the phone call. Hello? Oh, okay, bro, we've already read this. We know. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Brother Mr. Wright, what was this something that he didn't agree with? Bro. What did he agree with? I would assume just the badge. The fact that it was a police officer. Right? Okay, yeah, it's definitely the fact that he's a police officer. It's nothing here. It would have had to have been that he saw that he was a police officer. Present this. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh, yeah, that's right, because she wasn't in uniform, but he was. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. Ah, so the circumstance is what spooked him. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Yo, cooking as always, Mr. Wright. Cooking as always. Let me dap myself up because I'm the one that's really bringing us to these conclusions. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Bro, this is too much. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to even mean? The evidence. Evidence! Ugh, that guy really is creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this. Suspicious calling group that. They're all on that phone. Well, who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can't be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem in our hands with this phone. Okay, I'll still prove it either way, bro. I got everything I need. Whose phone is it? Without that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be, maybe... the phone stored numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we are trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. Well, this is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense proposal. The jerk is trying to have arrogant. Whatever. We know. It's fingerprints. I don't know why I didn't think about that in the first place. You need something to biometrically link him to the phone. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it. I wiped it. Ugh. Pretty thoroughly, too. It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons against themselves. He's made a complete recovery. Well, how many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can check the numbers stored on this phone. Okay. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington, what's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. What? Oh my, now I remember. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be this. I knew it was gonna be this. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Hold on. Let me out. There we go. Oh, good. I finally found it. Okay, yeah. So obviously that's how I was gonna remember it. Let's go. I got my memory back. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, therefore no power. It looks like you came up with a penny. You came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes this cross-examination. If that will be all, I have to bid you, gentlemen and ladies, farewell. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town, far from where all you other trash reside. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Nah, raise an objection on his dumb ass. Ain't letting him get away with shit. Please wait, Your Honor. Look, I got him sweating. I got him leaking. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Yo, gloves are off now, baby. Gloves are off now. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Pish posh. Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove anything, it's over for you and your client. You fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one evidence that will explain everything. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. All right, let's think about this. There was a phone call made to his cell. It wasn't my cell phone. It was his cell phone. I would have to think it's my business card. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. The judge. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... I need to change my ringtone to that. So when he hit me, he took my phone. I have his phone. So that's where his phone comes from. What? Why is my phone? So he this idiot grabbed the wrong cell phone. Oh my gosh, bro. And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're no, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Okay, yeah, we in it, baby. Oh, bro, someone stop him before he dies. Oh, too late. I don't need to cuff him. He's out. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding, it is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He's been arrested and he's been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bird not guilty! Let's go! I'm on my Ace Attorney bag. I'm in my Ace Attorney bag right now. I'm in my Phoenix bag. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh, bro. I'm still getting used to having to talk for like an hour straight with these voices. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. What? You're alive? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I'm gonna need that in your Tinder bio. That way, for every person who comes across your profile, they can decide for themselves if they want to get jinxed. That sucks. And never won or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. I do feel bad for her, though. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll find a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks! You take good care of yourselves, too. W. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So... Oh no! I thought we remembered who she was. Oh my gosh. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. No, I didn't. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by others' opinions. In other words, he's a buffoon. You can call it like it is. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Because of me! This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered! This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh, well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. All right, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. Hell yeah. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Last Turnabout, the end. Yes, save my progress. Ya bum. Ladies and gentlemen, that was part 2 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. So that was the conclusion of the first episode, The Lost Turnabout, where we finally got our memories back and we got ourselves the not guilty conviction for our girl. I forgot her name. Bird, Miss Bird of the police force. So it's good to know that we now understand who we are. We know what we're doing. I'm glad, because I'm not gonna lie, if we were gonna have to go through this whole game slowly collecting our memories, that was gonna suck. But we're not at that point, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in this next case too, because I feel like we're gonna start seeing some other familiar faces too, judging by the name, Reunion and Turnabout. But anyways, that'll do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, and I mean leave a like and subscribe, bro. Don't make me, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know, I've been gone for a little bit. I've been learning. I've picked up a couple of things. I'm just joking, but make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below what you thought about this episode and what your hopes are going forward with this if you don't know what's already about to happen. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, again, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode. Peace, y'all.